Hey Phoenixes! Daniela with Redesign Your Life here, and we are going to talk about plants, and that plants have feelings, and they hear you, and they understand you, and they communicate with you, and they do feel pain. So this is going to be a fun one. We're gonna blow a few doors off today. I love blowing doors. So I've come to stand under the magnificence of this beautiful magnolia tree to just talk with you about plants. I know it's silly, right? But it's so not, because they are equal inhabitants of this planet as we are, in the sense that they've been here just as long, if not longer. And they are also sentient. They are sentient beings, and just because their energy waves are on a different wavelength than the ones that we are on and that communicate with, does not mean that they're stupid, and does not mean that they don't feel and that they're not conscious and that aware of what's going on. They're aware, they can feel. If you don't believe me, which I know that there may be some skeptics out there, there are many studies now, and one in particular that I have in mind, but I cannot for the life of me remember the name of the scientist at this moment. But if you are deeply interested, I will. If you ask about it, I will find it for you. It's in a book that I have, and I will write it in the comments for you to look it up and do the research yourself. Is that there are many studies now, but there was one main one that I'm thinking of that's very integral, that basically he hooked electrodes up to the plant at various portions of the trunks and leaves and branches of these plants. I believe they were house ferns, or general kind of like banana tree type house plants. I'll double check that. They were house plants. And what he would do is that he's hooked them up, right? So he can see the electricity that comes through them, the electrical response. He's looking for the electrical response. And so he's hooked them up, and then, he threatens them with fire, brings the lighter near. And of course they go, because fire, hot, they can feel, they're responding. They are sentient, they respond. Right? So, okay, that's one thing. If you burn a tree, it feels it. Yes. Here's the fun bit. They are also connected to us psychically, because he discovered that even just the thought of the intention of him burning a leaf of one of the plants was enough to make the scale go. So, that is a crazy thing to think about, you guys. They communicate with us constantly. When you hug and touch a tree, or sit on it, or climb with it, or just anything, be around, there is a connection that is unseen that happens. And if you don't believe in the unseen connection, let's talk about Wi-Fi. Let's talk about Bluetooth. Those are unseen connections. Why should those be any more valid than a psychic one? Just because science hasn't backed the magic yet, which this is the era of science backing all the magic. I mean, it started forever ago, big proponents of it, like Tesla, all kinds of things, on and on and on and on, back. It's happening, folks. The science is backing the magic. So believe you me, I have had my personal experiences with trees, and them talking, and having lovely, wonderful centering moments with nature. So, in summation, trees are our friends. Nature is our friends. We are part of nature. Bringing this whole thing back around, is that we are one with nature. We are a part of nature, and we cannot escape that. We must embrace our connection with it so that we can come full circle and start to live in balance again with nature, and all of the healing that will bring to not only ourselves as a human race, but the planet as a whole. So go out and talk to your trees. When you go and you found that your awesome place that I challenged you to find yesterday, your little hidden gem, Go and talk to the trees there. Go and touch the plants and tell them how beautiful they are. I bet you will feel so awesome telling a tree that it feels beautiful, because you will actually feel something that you don't realize that you're feeling that makes you happy. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. I will see you all soon.